All right, we're live, I guess. Super secret. Oh, baby. People found us right away. Guys, this was supposed to be a secret stream. A secret 103-degree stream for a toasty day in New York. We're putting together a little detective board planning stream, kind of more. So the cast kind of joked about this and requested it. So we've got a little board here for mapping out the case thus far. There's a link to this too, which we'll probably put in the Discord. But I did go live by accident, and I just rolled with it. I was like, you know what? I've literally, there's a button on my stream deck that's like go live and end stream, and I've never hit it ever. It's always Jordan. So I did. I was like, you know what? I'll hit that today. Okay. What did we learn? What did the party learn? Do we get to influence the campaign? Definitely. You can add sticky notes, and anything on this board becomes canon. It's 100% canon in the campaign. The only thing is you have to guess the password. So if you can guess the password and edit the board, it's canon. You get to just do it. Okay. I'm gonna get distracted. Other victims. Oh, somebody filled in. Oh yeah. I think maybe Avery and Chris already contributed to this little board here. So we've got some of the other victims. We already figured out it was the husband. If Avery edited this board, I think that would be true. It would say that. Russell gets to catch a stream live. I'm glad that you got to get to stream live. I don't know that it's going to be as hype, but it will be related to the campaign. All right, start with Tyler. Occupation. Yeah, I didn't do any of this. Avery must have done this, or Chris, because I think Jordan said she hadn't yet. I guess it could have been someone else. But I assume. Tyler May. Okay. Tyler May. He is a horse trainer. Conditioned by one blow to the side head. Found the stables by the home. Okay, let's do found stables behind home. Great. Excellent. Oh, no, that didn't. Found. There we go. Separate thing. Jordan in the other room. Jordan's allowed to be here. It is a secret, but it's secrets that they've found already. It's not new secrets, which I think makes it not a secret. Okay, I'm in Pratt is the fisherman. Died to one blow to the side of the head, just like Tyler May. Oops, I fucked up Tyler May's other thing there. Found. I'm in Pratt was the lakeside dock. Boom. One blow to the side of the butt. Head. Usually I'm playing D&D with my family, just like, of course, Sunday's classic D&D a time for everybody. 5 of their victims were found in separate locations, not on the same place. That's correct, yes. They were all found not far from their own homes. So spaced out all over town, but near their home. Not in their home, but near their home. That was, I think somebody asked Major Foley about the kind of distance between the spots. And they determined that like it was definitely possible for one person to have done it, but it would have taken some time to go from location to location. Maybe like a couple of hours, maybe not quite that long. At least over an hour to walk and kill 5 people. So yes, different locations, all kind of by their own home. Do you have any socials? I follow all the cast but you. No, I don't. Twitch is my one. This is it. This is the only place. I don't love socials. but I do like Twitch. Okay, we did. I'm in Pratt. Alicia Bright. Occupation. We got that. Herbalist. And found. That was the one found by the riverbank. Also by their home. One below the side ahead. Sasha. Sasha was the janitor at the inn. One blow to the side of the head. Found at cornfield. There we go. Okay, that's all the usual. Love the campaign. Glad you're liking it. Have the time to talk through the case, investigate. Yeah, I'm loving it. I hope other people are too. I know it's not. I know D&D isn't like built for that, but when I described this campaign to everybody at the beginning, I referenced like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies. In that, like, yeah, there's a lot of detective work, but like it's going to be action packed. There's going to be lots of combat. I think sometimes people have tried to run sort of detective campaigns, and people are like, well, D&D is mostly focused on the combat, which is true. A lot of the rules are focused on the combat, so we're going to make sure that there's still a lot of that stuff in there, so that we don't, force a rule set on a D&D that doesn't exist. I also find that in my limited experience, the sort of systems that are meant for investigation-related stuff leave something to be desired. So it wasn't like, oh, there's like a really obvious choice. There's pros and cons to it all. Also, familiarity for the cast, of course. Yeah, little Thursday stream, little secret. It's not 103 anymore. It is. Oh, it's not. It's a brisk 93. Okay, so we're on to Quinby, who was the one to not be killed by one blow to the side of the head. Animal-like lacerations. I didn't write this part, so I'm reading it. Covered in animal-like lacerations, multiple blows to the head. All true. Found woods near home. Lakeside dock. Ugh. Some of this stuff is capitalized and some it's not, so I'm gonna have to change that because I just can't do that. This has to be. We're doing all lowercase because that will bother me. River band. Anybody play in the river band? No. Riverbank. Deposit your belongings at the riverbank. They had 15 cases to choose from the beginning. Yes. They assume they won't go through all 15. I think some will be shorter than others. I don't know is the answer to that. I'd be surprised if we got through all of them. We have Chris and Avery for 3 more streams till Deirdre gets back. And I think they're moving along pretty good. I think we're in good shape to like figure something out, whether it's the whole thing or part of it, by the time they are done with this little arc. And they'll definitely be back, like if times when people are missing from the show or we need a guest. But so yeah, I think a case that takes 5 episodes is realistic, or I think it could vary. I think that there's some that could be just a couple episodes, 2-3 episodes, and then some that might be longer, might be bigger. Honestly, this one's it depends. I think sometimes a mission that involves a lot of combat can take longer, even if the case itself isn't actually more complicated. Just because combat takes a long time. Oh my god, gifted tier subs. I'm never the person who does this either. Jackrabbit Power, thank you so much. 10 subs, thank you. I can hear Jordan in the other room saying thank you. So secretly BBtT, maybe, I don't know. Do you have all 15 fully planned out, or you just have the basic points of each mystery laid out? Mostly, I mean, I have a good idea of like what happened, but definitely lots to be filled in. Because, you know, I didn't know what they were going to pick, and I didn't want to go crazy and prep a ton of shit, especially if it never ends up getting picked. So yeah, more premise stuff, but I would say on the whole, I know like what happened, definitely. Will this campaign still have a full arcing storyline? Yeah, I mean, the idea is it's a professional forward campaign. I talked about this with the cast when we started it, is like, I think there was less digging super deep into like childhood backstories. There still is some, definitely, especially for a couple characters. And as the group has to return back home to the IMP each time, we'll definitely learn more about how they got there, what put them in this place, the relationships between each other. But yeah, as opposed to, I think, Broncollo and A Peek Beneath the Veil, which are very, very, very personally rooted campaigns, this one's going to be more about the job, which was just a desire to do something a little different, try something new. Quinby. Smithy. True. Well done. You've solved it. Woods near home. I have to uncapitalize these because we can't have that. Woods near home. And then we have some other notes here. Lives with a roommate, works nights at the tavern. Yep, Blair Townsend is the name. Did we find anything else out about Quinby yet? Don't think so. Covered in animal-like lacerations. Yep, we have that already. That was Major Foley and the previous detective's theory. Body spread out. Oh yeah, so this was actually something I just said to someone who wasn't sure if they were all found together. Let's add a note. Major Foley estimated it would take 1 to 2 hours to travel to all body locations. So, for one culprit. So, if there was more, could have covered more ground faster. But that's what Foley had to say. Thursday Notch and Soda, yeah, I don't know. I didn't know if anyone would be here. Just started watching Mysteries Monster of the Week. Yeah, it has that kind of vibe to it. I know that that's a popular thing. Brainstorming sesh. Yep. I'm kind of storming their brains. The idea is to sort of set this up and then the cast can add to it at their leisure. But to at least have have it set up to be the stuff that they kind of got already. Okay. Struggle, chisel to remove. They learned that there was kind of a chisel to remove the jaw. I don't know that needs to be on here somewhere. Okay, got the other victims. Pretty good. What was the kind of next stuff they talked about with... Major Foley. Oh yeah, there was some stuff about the town itself that they got. Let's put some notes. This is less of a thought, which is what the stickies are for, and more of a hard fact. So let's put a card. Let's put a white card. We'll call it town. Oops, I'm typing in my other thing. We'll call it town makeup. Oh, where is that? Oh, there we go. Okay, town makeup. And in the town makeup, we had a couple pieces of information. Wealthier estates located to the southeast. That was one thing they learned. Southeast. No known history of organized crime. That was another thing that came up. and frequently seen creatures included wolves, owlbears, mephits. Yeah, my thing keeps underlining stuff red because it doesn't know what owlbears and mephits are because it's stupid. Mud elementals. It doesn't know what an elemental is? What's wrong with you people? Cockatrices. There we go. Wealthier states located southeast. No known history of organized crime. Frequently seen creatures. Wolves and some other shit. Okay, that was some stuff they learned about Supernatural, Buffy the Vampire. Yeah, totally. Very much that vibe. Glad that you allowed the handwriting analysis in the original letter was back in the locker. Yeah, the idea was also that there was definitely information in the file that was like provided to, I didn't want to put an exhaustive list of everything that might be in there. Also, when these files were given to the IMP, presumably they wanted them to kind of look at it with fresh eyes so that not, even if they had kind of talked to some people or checked in with some people, that doesn't mean that they want to just give them a sentence by sentence note bites back. They want them to go and like see it their way and see if they see anything different. Prepping as DM and spending PDFs as a Patreon when I say thank you. You're welcome. I'm glad that they've been helpful. Awesome. That's the hope. Is this board something that we can view? Yes. We're gonna put it in the Discord. Kind of has a long link. Here. Oh shit. Kind of have it on the wrong thing. I have like 9 monitors here. We'll put it in the Discord. Is the answer to that? So yes. Maybe Jordan can do that if she's listening. Augustus plays in the house. Was it you guys that added some of these notes to the? Because I saw somebody put some like info about specifically like the other victims. Was that you guys? Nice. Thank you for getting the ball rolling. We added a little bit to them. We added a little town makeup note to Humor. All right. What else did we talk about with Major Foley? Let's see. Oh yeah, another note about Quimby was that this is most physically formidable. They thought that he, that might be a reason why he was able to fight back, possibly. I want to put in the stuff we'd found so we could have that. Yeah. I mean, that was the idea. I hope it helps. I mean, we're definitely like, here's a wider view. I know that we have some threads going to different places. We'll bounce around to a couple of different ones. But yeah, we talked a little bit about the victims. What's next? Transit service you guys are on your way to. You haven't had a lot of... Have you really learned anything about the transit service? Only official service in Humor. Let's add a white card, which is kind of known information. And we'll say only official transit service in Humor. And the other thing was ordinary carriages. Ordinary weathered carriages, not particularly fancy carriages. And let's put, actually put this below here. Oh my goodness, what is secret stream? Yeah, so secret. Oh, mutant, you've made it. It's so secret. Are we that predictable? I don't know what Jordan said. Discussion thread. Okay, great. Transit service. Didn't get a lot of that yet. People are on their way to there. Wealthier states. I did that. Okay. Yeah, you put in a little bit about, Chris and Avery put in a little bit about Ali Galloway at the fundraiser. This is all good. Occupation, ex-combat medic. Served with Deshi. Yep. Then became an herbalist who would gather rare herbs in the mountains. Now hires others to gather for her. All true. All good. Was there anything else we learned about her specifically? Maybe not. Let's put this here. There was one other person that was talked about at the... Allie was the fundraiser host. Yep, that's correct. Boney's Roni, thank you for the tier 1 subs. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff. I have it on my iPad over here, and I'm not normally a person who reads this, but thank you guys. That's all. It's amazing. I was like, maybe I was like, maybe Jordan will show up and I can talk to her. Okay, we're gonna put also on here because I know. Let's do green. I've been using green for people. Is Junior Santos, who was the outspoken anti-Deshi critic, we'll say. And then outspoken anti-Deshi critic interrupted speech during fundraiser, but was allowed to stay. That's another person that we know for sure was at the fundraiser. Yes, sort of the protester or sort of critic that was there and was allowed to stay. And then we can add a little bit of, let's add another white card, which has been like the known information, because there was a couple things. Primary fundraiser started around 7 p.m. I meant to use like a 24-hour clock in this campaign, and then the American in me got lost. But you know what? We'll go for it. At 1900 hours. After party meeting with Inner Circle. Followed a primary fundraiser. Start at 1900. I feel like there was dark by the time Deshi left. That was another thing. Dark outside by the time Deshi left. I feel like maybe it should be separated. It's gonna be hard to see. Start outside by the time Deshi left. People were drinking. Mostly wine. Okay, let's go ahead and put that on the board. Known information. We're gonna have to separate some of this. This return trip needs to go somewhere else, so it makes us a little room here. Let's get you out of there a little bit. Okay, cool. That's all fundraiser information. I know. I really want. I'm gonna try and get in the habit of it. I meant to do a 24-hour system because I just think that that's sort of easier to quickly at a glance. I think even in the case files it uses a 24-hour system. All right, we have some known information. We know Allie was there. Junior Santos was there, mixing things up a little bit. I feel like another big thing on here, I guess it could be kind of near Deshi. Maybe I need to add something up here. Is like, I could do the 11th Garrison specifically, or I could just do like military in Humbor, military history. Let's put 11th because that's the one we've heard the most about, but it doesn't have to be exclusive to that. We'll do a red, which is kind of like events and random stuff. And let's, I think I have some like, is this gonna like pop up here? Oh yeah, that's fine. my stuff, I had a bunch of like random icons. There was like a military one, wasn't there? Yeah, here we go. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that works. Great. 11th garrison. Perfect. Oh, I've been doing capitals for these, for the big ones. The big 11th garrison. So we learned a little bit about the 11th. Let's give ourselves some known information. Often protected against consolidation of goblin clans. Ruthless reputation. Not necessarily cruel, one person pointed out. Just all business all the time. Deshi retired 4 or 5 years ago from active service. Vibes today, case review, note organizing. Yeah, kind of. It's less for like my own notes per se, but we wanted to create like a good visualization of information that has been gathered already, that we can add to as we continue to learn things. Alright, we have some 11th garrison stuff. There might be other stuff there that we can come back to and add to that. Campaign promises. Okay, I have a little note here. I'm basically, my notes that I took from watching the episode back were like a bunch of stuff from talking to Foley, and then a bunch of stuff later from when the party primarily talked to the people at the office of the council. Campaign promises. Okay. Let's get election a little more space so that we can put this up here. And then we can also add a little card, known information. Biggest campaign issue was the water crisis, I guess. Proposed plans included the construction of an aqueduct. I don't know how to spell that. Or government-funded teams to transfer water from nearby reservoir. Okay, those were some of the big hits on the campaign. For the 11th garrison, the fact that her husband was adjacent to the military. Yeah, we have a separate thing for Andrew at the Parim residence. And Chris and Avery put in here that manages timber claim, used to make siege weapons and fortifications. Yeah, definitely related to the 11th. I mean, maybe we'll hang a thread there at some point, although the threads are going to start to get a little crazy. But yes, another piece that we learned about the 11th for sure. Okay, so let's also put great, Jome, member of the treasure board, platform, anti-aqueduct, pro reservoir transfer, definitely thistle, anti-aqueduct as well, platform, anti-aqueduct, not established enough for such a large ask, and then also didn't want to appear to have a conflict of interest. He thought he could benefit from that. Give Timber a little space here. And then Kimber didn't really have a plan for the water crisis. Raising environmental concerns about the construction of the aqueduct. Actually, really about both, I think it was. About both solutions to water crisis. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm missing things. Thank you, Terrafe, and Jordan's thanking people too, which is great. Omar Crocodile, thank you. Woot. I think I might have missed others. I'm so sorry. Okay. It's so empty here. Look at these. Why did we even take the caps off? There's nobody here. City Council. Okay, here also there's a little more information about. Oh yeah, and Thistle also we can definitely put. Minor scandal when he exaggerated his level of military service. Exaggerated extent of his military service. It's a big no-no in Humbor. You can also put, yeah, that's all good. Great. Love it. Let's hop over to the office of the council, and we're going to actually move Buckley down a little bit, moving him around. But we'll make some more room for the council office. Okay. We have the office of the council, and add a little note about how the council stationery was not locked away. Anybody who had access to the building could theoretically grab it. They weren't really keeping much of an eye on it. Didn't seem that important until recently. Known information. Okay, the Office of the Council. Council consists of 9 members. Only one seat was only one seat was up for election. Great. Some general stuff about the Office of the Council. And then also, oh my god, thank you for the support, Nice McRoss. The cheers. Oh, the bits. And thank you and Cave Canham. Thank you for the sub. Should I get, what's this? What's this box? Oh, that's just channel points. Oh my god. I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Shh, everybody shut up. This is a secret stream. Nobody talk. Okay. Let's see. Oh, a person that we can add to this is definitely Callie Gallagher. And I know there's a Gallagher and a Galloway. Didn't know that when I was writing it. Sometimes you just pick names and then you realize that they sound very similar. Not related. Callie Gallagher. Aide, one of Deshi's aides, knew Deshi through her husband, Andrew. Before joining Deshi's campaign, built furniture. Knew some told party some people aren't as we'll come back to that. That might be a little something about the, I guess that's not like official information. Maybe that's better as a sticky. The fact that she said that some people aren't as in love with the 11th Garrison specifically in terms of military heroes. No idea I've had the horse pits are gone. I mean, it's insane. Insane. One of Twitch's worst decisions. For to build furniture. Okay, more facts before opinion. Walked back into town after leaving. Attended fundraiser briefly. Walked back into town before after party meeting. Met a friend at a bar across from the transit. Probably we can put the place from Buckley's trusted transport. Whoa, Bony Jabroni, thank you for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 bits. Does it always break them up like that? Again, I don't see these things as much. Thanks for the surprise stream. Surprise! You're welcome. 10 fundraiser. Okay. Oh god, the card is white. I can change that. That's a person. Callie Gallagher. Had a nice little conversation with Callie. She thought she ruined everything, and Agent Anders convinced her otherwise. And the other aide is Gianni Sherman. I guess we can put a card here. I mean, obviously, spent time at the office of the council, even though they weren't present. Gianni Sherman. One of Deshi's aides. Knew Deshi from shared military history with Desi. Shared military history with Deshi. Okay. Didn't get a chance to talk to Gianni, but perhaps at some point. Okay. Boy, Buckley, you're really squeezing me with your card here. All right, let's put the return trip a little further down. Let's put Buckley's a little further down. So people are headed to Buckley's, so we know we're gonna get more information on that. I believe it's Agent Barrett, Racinthian, and DeLeo are headed to Buckley's transport. So we'll get some more about that. Oh, another thing about the fundraiser. This was learned during conversations at the office of the council. Raised something like 10 to 20,000 gold for the aqueduct project. Deep pockets over there. Aqueduct project. With a lot more needed because it's a humongous project. I must have spaced because there's a ton of stuff you wrote there. I don't remember. This is all stuff. This is all, like I was very specific. I made sure to keep like a page of like notes from watching the episode back because obviously I didn't want to accidentally put some stuff here that we didn't learn. But yeah, I mean, this all came up at one point or another. This is why it's great. I mean, that's why this resource, both for the cast and people in the Discord who want to follow along, can use this link and you can look around at your leisure and pick up any stuff that you might have missed along the way. Okay, yeah, the next thing that I think somebody, it was either Callie or the woman at the front desk, whose name I don't think they got,
Talked about Andrew, and that card's already there. Manages a timber claim. Used to make siege weapons and fortifications for the military. It's probably how he met Deshi. And then we have the log books at the Office of the Council. Let's go back to here. Let's get ourselves another white card that's log books. Log books! I put a big O there. Candidates and their aides' names pop up over and over in the days leading up to the fundraiser. Buckley's name appears a few times. Buckley's name appears a few times. Jome was not in the day before the fundraiser, but appears in the logs quite a bit. Has fancy, precise handwriting. The night before the fundraiser, aides for all 3 other non-Deshi candidates were logged. No record of Andrew Perrine. Let's do that. We got a nice logbook here. Scooby-Doo journal. A ton of work, but noting what's first person versus second hand accounts would be very good to have. Yeah, that's something I'll leave to the cast to sort of manage as needed or as they want to. This board is meant to be, yeah, I mean, it's what they've sort of heard from people. I think maybe you could sort of star that or include some of these little sticky notes to say, we heard this, but it's not 100%, we're not 100% sure that it's true. Let's move some of these over. Let's put this here. Like a nice feathered layout. All right, we got a bunch of a little misinformation, unreliability. Yeah, I mean, that will happen for sure. I mean, even if it's not malicious, you're going to get people that thought they saw something and remembered it incorrectly, or maybe are lying on purpose, which obviously, you know, you use things like inset checks and zones of truths and detects thoughts to figure out. Okay. We've got some nice, we got a nice base of stuff here, which is good. It's a friend of Quindy. Oh yeah, there was, and even this, in the fundraiser, we put the sort of gold that was possibly raised there. But we also want to put, biggest impact was proposed can in the proposed plans here during the election. They at one point somebody said aqueduct project could cost in the range of 50 to 60,000 gold. So massive project. Some people weren't on board with what that might entail. This music is lovely and putting me to sleep. Let's get something. This is a good one. We go to this one a lot. Yeah, it's kind of sleepy. All right. How about this? Great. So it sounds just like what we're doing. What else we got here? We covered a lot of it. I mean, Chris and Avery helped me out by putting some of the stuff in. I guess we don't have... I could put some stuff under Deshi herself. A lot of that is in the case file. Which I could bring up. I don't know how much of that we want to put. Deshi Pray. There we go. Like, a lot of this is already in the case file, so I don't know that we need... Yeah, I played this track briefly, I think, at the beginning of last episode. Details... Oh, the election being... Yes, true. Election had been over for like a month and a half. Yeah, where can we put that on here? Oh, that's a new tab. Hey there, Taylor Swift. I don't really care so much about that. Okay. Taylor Swift's the murderer. You heard it here. She killed Deshi, and Travis Kelce buried the body. Yeah, should we put that under election? Yeah, let's put that under the election. Election took place approximately 1.5 months before Deshi's disappearance. Talked about that. Yeah, this is all good. Bodies. I'm trying to see what part I already put in. What? Is there also like a... no, maybe not. Deshi being a veteran, I think, was in the initial case file. I think it was. It wasn't a focus. Miss Pearl is a military veteran, well respected among her peers. Yeah, it didn't sort of lean into her. The fact that she had a rapier on her, yes, true. Oh yeah, one thing that we didn't do was go to the return trip. Because the rapier specifically, good call, known information. Deshi was armed with a rapier, her weapon of choice. And there was also no evidence that they found of off-road tracks leading away from main roads. Yes. Yeah. Yes, and that the locate object was used to try and locate... I guess I should capitalize that. Locate object was used on council robes and Deshi's rapier. Yes, those are good details. There we go. Nice. Yeah, there's a kind of... There is a... It's not, like, flashy. It doesn't have, like, an emblem. But there is a cloak that is, like, the council member's cloak. It's like it's a nice but simple cloak. And they thought that maybe they could try and... Bing! I also... We'll talk about this when everybody's here on Sunday. But I realized I misspoke about
how locate object functions. When you try to locate an object of a particular type, you don't get multiple pings. It just pings you to the closest one. And then if you were to move, it could then switch to a different one. I think I led Talon slightly astray. Because you don't get like 10 pings being like, oh, there's a bunch all around. You just get the closest one, and that's it. So if you walk through town, you would get, if you were trying to locate papers and assuming if multiple people had them, you would get the closest one, and then as you move further and further away, you might get another one, and another one. Thus them not using it, near where the council member. Yeah, they used it along the road that they thought the carriage might have at least started taking Deshi home, even if it ended up deviating later, with the hopes that maybe they'd only get Deshis. Because 1,000 feet is not a massive... I mean, it's big if you're in, like, a center of town, but if you're out in the wilderness or on sort of a secluded road, 1,000 feet ain't that far. Anything else in the case file that is worth poking at? Right. Thought they left an unexpected hour. Removal of jaw. I guess we didn't put that. I mean, that's definitely a known case file thing. Condition of. We could put this under the condition of the body of all of the victims. 1 blow to the side of the head. Jaw removed. 1 blow to the side of the head. Jaw removed. 1 blow to the side of the head. Jaw removed. Jaw added. There was 2 jaws on this person. 1 blow to the side of the head. Jaw removed. This is riveting, I know. 1 covered in animal-like lacerations. Multiple blows to the head. Jaw removed. Jaw removed, guys. We did it. Having a question note for the culprit. I mean, we definitely could. Yeah, where you can... yeah, that's a good idea. I think I have like a... Let's get like a... Maybe... I thought I had like a... Ooh, yeah, maybe this? Suspect. Suspects. Maybe. Person. Yeah, little ping notification. Maybe we'll get something a little more spooky than that. Known information. You definitely have that. Suspects. Unrelated. Yes, I mean, definitely possible. That was something they were kind of, I wouldn't say worried about, but always in the back of their head, was that we had 2 culprits doing 2 different things. One person that had, abducted or coerced Deshi in some way, and then another person who was more concerned with the murders. Full American Vandal, motive, opportunity, and alibi. I mean, go crazy. Right now, I'm just doing known information, because I don't think we know that much. But once we get into it, definitely. We've been playing Curse of the Golden Idol? Curse of the Golden Idol. And it has those like screens where it's like all the blanks. It's like blank was blanked in his blank with a blank up his blank, and he blanked with a blank. And I like the idea of, you can't really do that for this because I think it does sometimes give a little bit of stuff away, but I like the idea of filling in the blanks and piecing together the puzzle. Insanely Flatulent, you found it. Found the secret stream. Lokian, what are we doing tonight for me? We are putting together a board, a little detective board for all of the information that we got in the first episode. That the party got in the first episode. 6 separate criminals, 5 killers, and kidnapper. I love that. It's not that, but I should have considered that for sure. 6 culprits. I should have done one that it's like there's like 40 dead people and they're completely unrelated. They're just a lot of. It was just a murderous time. Everybody went full purge and took the advantage of not being prosecuted for their crimes. You can kill people in the purge, right? Is there like some rules? Is there any rules in the purge? I don't think so. I only saw the first one. Wasn't great. Opportunity, at least we think we have Deshi leaving late from the foundry. Yeah, I mean, it seems to be that was the point. That's certainly the last time anyone saw her. But I'll probably leave it to the cast to enter in theories because but. It's kind of the whole deal. No rules. I didn't know if there was like, because is it the government? I don't know. I don't remember anything about the purge. The only purge rule is not targeting government officials. It's the only thing you can't do. And a time limit. Okay. So if you're a purge speedrunner, you just can't kill any government officials because that ends your run. You have to start your run over next year. Yeah, I don't know the purge lore, but maybe we'll have a town that's purgy in nature. It's kind of gritty, kind of gruesome. Okay, let's see. Did we miss anything? 11th garrison. Suspect stuff is good. I can leave. Yeah, we can make separate cards later when we have some sort of motive theories. Concrete information from testimonies, one way or the other. She was alone when she left the fundraiser. Definitely implied, but it seems weird her husband would have been with her. Well, the husband didn't attend the fundraiser at all. So, I mean, they can talk to him about maybe why he wasn't attending. But I think somebody asked that, and I think it's sort of in the file that the husband reported her missing the next morning because he expected her to come back and didn't come back. Is it a crime to break out of jail for killing a government? I don't think all the peripheral crimes are. What if you set a trap that a government official falls into that happens to be a deadly trap? Did you kill them? I don't think so. I think that's a purge loophole, which I think there's a few, which is weird for something that has no rules. Oh my goodness, I see this. I don't always see them, but I see this. Thank you for the gifted subs. Insanely flatulent. 10 gifted subs. Oh my god. Look at all these people. Do we ever read who they gave to? Look at this. Everybody thank Insanely flatulent. Abion. Just Some Nerd. Hellraiser. Jade Gleam. Carillius. Oh, I lost it. Nope, there it is. Night Circus. Moose. Matron of Death. Clever Dog. Eureka Dashi. Thank Insanely Flatulent for these incredible subs. Had a power failure on this and right at the end. Was it heat related power failure? We're glad that the bulk of the heat wave isn't hitting on Sunday. So we were a little worried. Although New York's pretty good. It has to be pretty bad. Although it looks pretty bad. For the power to go out in New York. How does an autopsy work? Is there a magical equivalent? Forensics we're still in the relative infancy of some of these developments. They definitely can guess at some stuff by looking at the body, and there's some people who are trained in that, but it's not, like we talked about, there's no fingerprints. There isn't some of those, there isn't DNA sampling. So some of those things that are a little more definitive in our world don't exist in this. It has to be sort of a little more tangibly concrete. Some theories that are rooted in real-world forensics. Yeah, I mean, those are good things to think about. But I do think that some... because I also think that in a world where you have actual magic, and you have stuff like Zone of Truth and other stuff. Some of those forensic stuffs might be slower to develop because they're not needed as much. Like if you find the criminal and you can actually sit them down and you know for a fact they're not using some kind of magic to manipulate their ability to cheat a zone of truth, like that's considered hard concrete evidence. So you wouldn't necessarily need some of those other like DNA samplings or anything. I wish we could examine the bodies. I mean, yeah, you would have to. They're buried for sure. You know, it's long enough. But you would have to either get permission, which you might not get, or slip into the old cemetery, which you guys have the ability to do. Whether or not you want to, it's a different story. Look at all these talon salutes. Love it. Okay. I realize I'm like really zoomed out on this. Murder case turns out to be an aneurysm. That's another thing is certainly some of the detectives on like inactive cases, there might be times where it looks initially like there's foul play, but their conclusion at the end is that maybe they just died of their own doing, or that it was there was no culprit per se. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's maybe a couple cases in the inactive cases that don't have a culprit. That something else is at play. You never know. There's 15 cases there. Yes, the old flower hand print technique. Time of death. There's some people who are good enough to like vaguely estimate based on the way the body looks, you know, like blood settling in the body and other signs that maybe are a little more modern in aware, but they're not like pinpoint by any stretch of the imagination. They can't like definitively say some of that stuff. Chance my victims were killed. Draw a map of the killer's movements to confirm that there was more than one killer. Yeah, so they could be like, oh, this looks like it's within something killed within the past day or something, but to be able to pinpoint like exactly which body was killed first, if they were all killed within a couple of hours of each other, that's something that forensic wise probably doesn't exist in this world. Yeah, maybe. The convent case, yeah. I thought people were like this close to picking the convent case. I think we narrowed it down to like 3. And I think that was in the finals. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. But that's a fun one. And yeah, got high, panicked, left. No culprits. CSI Miami sunglasses. We have loads of props. I mean, this is a prop heavy campaign. I see people sending stones, and I see some ID badges over there on that table. So I'm sure there will be a little. We're from the IMP. Step aside, and people will be like, "Shut the fuck up! I don't know what that is. I don't acknowledge that place." It was one of the final 3, yeah. And the professor, yeah. The abjuristics professor. Yeah, I mean, Talon jumped off the professor train just at the very end. It was hard on the professor. Yeah, we were talking after the stream on Sunday. Speaking of, CSI, we were talking about some of our favorite detective shows and movies, and just that there hasn't been one that's hit for me recently. The Knives Out have fallen a little short for me, and there hasn't been one that really had really hooked me real good. So I guess that's why we're doing one ourselves. Magnifying glass props, it's got to be Agent DeLeo. She's got to get her own magnifying glass. Because apparently she tried to take it out on the train. Enjoying the new campaign. Can't imagine how hard work is putting it into cases. The prep for this campaign was the most I've done by far. I'm very much a prep it as you go kind of person. Not a improv it all as you go kind of person. But you never know exactly what the party's going to do. Don't over prep. Build it, flesh it out, build it out as you sort of figure out where they're headed next. This one, I really wanted to drop a whole bunch of info case-wise for a couple reasons. One, I was like, I want them to feel the weight of this division where it's like, here's all this junk, figure it out. And I just liked the idea that I wanted the party to look at the cases and pick one that spoke to them for whatever reason. You know, when I dropped the case files down, I was like, you can use literally any criteria. They almost flipped a coin. That I might have. I think I told Jordan that I was like, I think Eugene would have woken up in the corner and been like, you can't do that. You can't flip a coin. But the idea that you look at all this information, all these people, different situations, different circumstances, and the interesting bit is which cases sort of, which threads they pull on, which ones speak to them for whatever reason. I also told the cast that I was surprised they picked a case that was a little more practical based. I think having heard their explanations makes sense to me, and it's not wrong by any means. But that I was surprised they didn't pick a case that was a little more personal or a little more sympathetic, like some of the victims. Not that, you know, any of the victims could be a tragic circumstance, but that some of them were, you know, someone that was sort of abandoned or tossed aside or didn't get the investigation or justice that they deserved. And not that Deshi's not, just that like a lot of effort went into the Deshi investigation already. So you're sort of following up on something that was looked into pretty good. But yeah. Prepare enough to make improving the rest easy. Yeah, it's a good mentality, and I think that, you know, it's different for every table. It depends on how seriously or invested, or if you just want to kind of sit around and have a good time. But I'm not a huge fan of just like the hardcore improv. I know a lot of people recommend that lazy DMs prep or whatever it is. Even that I find to be a little light. Not that it's not good advice, but definitely that you should leave lots of discovery open also for yourself, because that makes it interesting for you to be like, oh, they're headed in that direction. Cool, now I get to flesh that stuff out. As opposed to being like, let me look up in my file what happens in sector B6. But if that works for you, great. Stack of cases hit the table. Yeah, I really wanted to lay it down and say, you decide. Pick. And I think also I did a lot of upfront, here's what the case is all about. So that when they picked one, I could then, again, because I know roughly what happened to all of the victims and missing people, I didn't have to come up with the whole conceit. The conceit is often the hard part, because in a world where all this magic exists, sending, locate object, zone of truth, it's hard for a person to just vanish, just disappear, unless nobody's looking into it. So I always started from the premise of like, how did this person go unnoticed? And I wanted to make sure I had a bunch of ideas for how that could conceivably happen, as opposed to having to come up with that once the case was already picked, because I think that could be tough, and I didn't want to shoehorn something into something where it didn't fit. But yeah. All right. We're probably gonna wrap up soon. Jordan and I are seeing a movie tonight. Very, investigation adjacent, we're going to see All the President's Men, which is a great movie. So we're going to wrap things up here. But we have a lot of good stuff. This is great. So I'm going to hand this over to the cast and sort of let them fill things in if they want to, as they need to. You know, maybe we'll do another one of these. Maybe Jordan will do one of these. And we'll sort of fill in the things, because this link also in the Discord, so that people can track the thoughts. And yeah, I love the idea of like a theories section or suspects section, so that people can put in their own thoughts, and that the cast can follow along too, because it is a lot of information. It's a ton of information. We don't expect, you know, all of our viewers to track every little thing. It's hard to do as a player. So the fact that we can put all this information there that you can review kind of on a quick notice if you want to. If there was like, oh, I feel like something was said about that, that it hasn't come up again. But yeah. Yeah, came out great. Great little website. Detectiveboard.something. We looked at a couple websites, and some of them, the syncing on them was really bad, which seems like that's the whole point. Jordan, is that you? Yeah. I could see the door open, just the very, very tippity top of the door. Yeah, you tried. You want to come say hi? Okay. Everybody's sweaty. It's 100 degrees outside. We're wrapping up. Okay. Because time to go on a little date. The board's looking good. It's chock full of info. Yeah. Really people are saying hi. Oh, I dropped things. Hi guys. But yeah, it turned out really good. Yeah, looks good. I was watching. Oh, were you? Yeah. Thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna jump out, but we'll be back on Sunday, obviously. Maybe we'll bring this up at some point during the stream if we need to reference some information. And we'll keep adding to it as we go. All right, secret stream, such a successful secret stream. Thank you guys. Have an awesome night. And maybe not the last secret stream. And maybe, you know what I should do is some of the secret streams should have puzzles. Should throw a puzzle to the chat. Be like, solve this. You know what? One thing, although I stole it from Lorelei and the Laser Eyes. Yes. When in the opening scene with Talon, the old lady who was at the desk who was doing crosswords, she was like, "Would you like a puzzle of your own there, honey, to pass the time?" Yeah. Talon was like, "No, thank you." But there was a puzzle that he could get just to like look at. Well, you're gonna know right away because we just played it. But but yeah, he missed. I wouldn't say he missed it. He didn't accept the side quest that was the puzzle. It's fine. We'll post it somewhere else or something. I don't know. But yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
I'm muted. I realized this.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be really far away. Secret puzzle stream. All right, we're gonna sign off. Thank you guys so much for joining us, just to hang out and take a look at stuff. Maybe we'll have some secret puzzle streams in the future. We'll see you all on Sunday. Come solve the case with us. Put your theories in. We'll see you guys later. The link of this board is in the Discord, I think, by now.
Yeah, thank you, Lord Lost.
Thank you, Lord Lost. So if you need to reference it at any point, it's there. You can take a look. Simply strike once with a little dancing Cheez-It? Is that a dancing Cheez-It? I don't know. Nope, and Plague Doctor with a little... Oh, these are so cute. I am Clap. That is a Cheez-It. Well, it's like a square. Look at this. Yeah, that's a global Twitch emote. That's a clapping Cheez-It. Is that the first time you've ever seen that?
I've never seen that.
How have people not used clapping Cheez-It before?
That's amazing.
What are these other things? What's this?
Chris, is that one of your emotes?
No, that's not one of his. Is it? No.
Vet.
Die wet?
Or die wet. I thought it was German. Like, de vet.
All right, we're stalling. Let's go. We got a movie to see. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday.